in India, but still they are able to do so. And the training is very nice. So I wanted to make sure that that I acknowledge this very nicely. And yeah, all goes to your service, Guruji and Mataji. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Okay. I think some Om Prabhu cannot switch on his camera. That's all right. Srishti Mataji cannot be online to watch us later on. That's fine. All right. So last week we started a discussion on the teachings of Srila Prahlad Maharaj, and we discussed about the dearmost person. Today we will take the next chapter there, and we'll try and discuss and meditate upon we are spoiling our lives. Well, I do not know how many of us will really acknowledge that, that we are spoiling our lives. But at least by understanding this, we will know that we are doing so. Okay. Okay. Mahesh Prabhu also says he cannot switch on the camera because of the lack of bandwidth, which is all right. You can join us without switching on the camera. It's fine. Perfectly all right. Okay. Hare Krishna. So, would like somebody to read? Who would like to volunteer to read, please? Yeah, can we have someone from the beginners part? Thank you very much. Someone from the beginners program, if it is possible, please. There's nobody else. Yeah, Deepak Singh, you can do it. Okay, right. That's great then. So, Krishnadas, can you please share the screen? Are you when you're ready to do so? Thank you. I'll share you the link.
Yep. Sorry, just give me 1 second.
Okay. So, Deepak Prabhu, I want you to read slowly, clearly, and loudly. Okay. So, because everyone has in different bandwidths and different locations, like our first class was given from Australia, intermediate level class. This class was given by Avinash Prabhu from New Zealand, and now I'm in India. So we are all mixing everything, Wonderful. One day, somebody from us will be in Mars also preaching. So we'll have a class from somebody giving from Mars. This is my dream. There will be perfection of technology. And we all from different planets will hear the classes. Prabhupada's message as per the mood of His Holiness Mahavishnu Gosai Maharaj. Yeah, okay. Yes, Krishna, any problems? So I wanted to thank all of you as we wait for Krishnadas to join us and start. All of you took your time and energy and money and resources to come and visit us in Mumbai. It was a very nice privilege for me and my family, my mother as well, to host all of you and to have a wonderful association. Once again, thank you very much.
Hare Krishna. Sorry, Prabhu. I just want to, I had a good interaction with devotees. Sorry, I'm interrupting you. Good interaction with devotees who actually visited your place.
Krishna, stop your live now. Thank you.
And they have personally thanked me for actually, I told them that you need to go there and it is more impactful than going to Vrindavan. They are all here in the class now. And you will never regret. And I've spoken to personally, individually to them and to their parents. And today also, before the class, I was talking to their parents. And those children are very happy. Their parents are very happy. And they are very, very satisfied after meeting you personally with your intensity of bhakti and your purity. Prajun Prabhu, I think, is there or not? Is there? Yeah, everybody has give a different feedback to me when they meet you, and I told them that your life will change. You go and meet Amrish Prabhu. Have I told everyone? Can you all raise your hand? Yeah, so no, thank you, Prabhu. Yeah, thank you, Prabhu. Or yeah, they cherish every moment, and I think their life will change, Prabhu, after this. So thank you much. Thank you again.
Oh, thank you. My life has changed, and I do not know about them, and I cannot inspire anybody. I
No,
cannot
you
train
have to.
anybody. That is, if there is any positive, that is your service, Mataji's service, and Srila Gurudev's excellent Godless mercy, with the overarching teachings and blessings of Srila Prabhupada, under whose shelter we are alive and kicking, not just alive, but alive and kicking in different parts of the world.
No problem. We are just repeating message, Prabhu. We have no intelligence. I'm telling you very frankly. Ask these boys and girls. I just keep repeating. That's what I do.
That's right. I also repeat what I heard from Maharaj. So we repeat, and there is a perfection. Wherever we go, we repeat. Next birth, we don't go back to Godhead. We've gone somewhere else. We repeat the same message. Hopefully, Krishna will give us remembrance. Hare Bol. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Bol.
So all credit is to Guru Maharaj, to you and Mataji and Krishna Samarpan Prabhuji. And children are very happy, especially meeting after having a good association with you, and the love and the purity they have seen there. They are overwhelmed. So thank you, Prabhuji, for looking after them so well. This is the devotee association, personal devotee association children have felt very closely. And yeah, so this is very encouraging for all of us. And we have, there's no credit for us at all. It's just the love and association what we got from you, Mataji and Krishna Samarpan Prabhuji. That's we are trying to pass it on. That's all, Prabhuji. So thank you for giving us opportunity. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Actually, the service, yeah. Why does if you do not preach, how do you know them? So credit goes where it has to go. Yes, we had our training. We have trained all of you, no doubt about it, because we were trained by Guru Maharaj. And if you would not, then they would not come. So credit has to go to you both. Full stop. Yes, my wife wants to say something. Please.
Yeah. Hare Krishna. So I actually am also very, very overwhelmed with just the beautiful, photos and the responses. And all credit goes to you, Sarvasiddhi Mataji and Avinash Krishna Prabhu. Because they say, the disciple, the spiritual master is known by the disciple, how they behave also. And so in that same way, when somebody is preaching, the devotees that you're preaching to, their quality can be seen. And so I think you have to take the credit here. And it is so wonderful. I mean, Srila Gurudev also says, His Holiness Mahavishnu Goswami Maharaj always says one thing, that, everything you may do, you may read, you may do all your devotional service. If it does not culminate into realizations, then it has got no meaning. And, each and everyone was, even new devotees, everybody was trying to give realizations. So I think, your both hard work can be seen. So yeah, we're very, in fact, now me and Krishna Das were saying we really missed out on meeting all the great devotees, and we are so enthusiastic to meet all of you. It's such wonderful, wonderful devotees. So yeah, thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Yes, well said. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. It is settled now. Hare Bol. We know where the credit goes to. And the basic part of honesty is not just when you are not taking someone else's money. That is okay. That is one part of honesty. But the amount for credit has to go where it belongs. Simple, nothing wrong. And that is perfect. When I remember when we had met Maharaj, when Maharaj came to Auckland first time, And couldn't forget Devi Dasi when she spoke to Maharaj. And he said that we get so much inspiration from seeing Maharaj. She said that for association. So Maharaj said that we are also getting inspiration from all of you young devotees, new devotees. So we also require association. These were his words, Maharaj's words. I don't know if she remembers it. It was very, very long ago. And Maharaj said that. So which is a fact. So we are some tiny, minuscule ant, or not even an ant in front of Srila Prabhupada and then Srila Gurudev. So, and always, one thing, this is the specialty of our program and devotees who are getting trained. Please, we should be very particular about whoever the credit has to go, has to be given. Full stop. Not just about cheating, is not about money cheating, speaking lies. Cheating is even about this. If the credit is 100%, and if you give 99%, that is also cheating. So you're keeping that 1.01%. That is wrong. You know, and there is no harm in giving the credit to those who deserve. This is it has to happen. Okay, this is our temple. We don't have a physical temple. We may not have physical temple, but we may. Some of you may want to have to you, but this is a temple, and in this temple, purity is the essence, and honesty is the last foot on which this material world is existing in Kali Yuga. You know, truthfulness, honesty. But that doesn't mean we are foolish. We are very shrewd. Nobody can tell us that they can cheat us. Nobody can do that. All of us do a lot of business dealings, job dealings. Nobody can say that, oh, we can cheat such Ambarisa or Avinash or my Krishna Das or or who are there. No. It is very difficult. They think, man, this guy is so shrewd, man. That's how it should be. So we are very honest. See? And honesty comes at a price. And what is the price? We have told you. What is the price for coming honesty?
Loyalty.
Yes, very right. Who said that, please? Parth. Yes, that's correct. It comes as loyalty. And once you know, then you can be loyal. Moment one person he may be honest at the beginning, but because dishonest later on, loyalty is a question. You don't have to be loyal at the time always. But always remember what service they have done. Never forget this. It's very, very simple. And it is, I do not, in this material world today, in Kali Yuga, even in the job, the boss may be happy with your service. But the boss will not give you 100% credit because he'll think how to give bonuses now. So instead of giving 100%, the boss will give you 25%, 30%, 40%. But here, there is no question of monetary transaction. Here, what actual thing is this, that all of you are doing service, including me and my wife, my son. Equally, we are doing service. And as we are doing service, Krishna is rewarding. All what we are doing is learning to acknowledge the reward given by Krishna. Because if we do not acknowledge it, then in Krishna's eyes, we are cheaters. Now you see the perspective? This is the reason why one has to be very honest. Okay? So please remember these points. We are not speaking some just simple words which has got no meaning. Just wordly talk. We don't do such things. It is a fact. It's in writing as well. So know this. Little service you do, Krishna receives it. And he acknowledges this. And when Krishna acknowledges this, if you as a tutor or as a friend or as a servant does not recognize it, then you are falling down in Krishna's eyes. So what happened to him, man? You see, if you get 100% credit, that doesn't mean my credit goes away. That is a wrong thinking. This is materialistic thinking. In spiritual world, if supposing if Path Prabhu does very nice service, okay, so we recognize Path Prabhu, automatically Avinash Prabhu, Saraswati Mother is recognized because they trained you. Do you get this point? So it is like this. Same thing if somebody trained under you are doing good service, and if you don't give them credit, then you are not doing the things correctly. But if you give them credit, automatically then your tutor Avinash Prabhu and Surya Mataji gets the credit, and for them then we get the credit in front of Guru Maharaj. You see the point? But we don't do this for credit business. We do it for ensuring that this honest preaching goes everywhere. So honesty is lacking in every place, in every space. Okay, na? So that's the only point. All right? Jai. Srila Prabhupada, the Savior, Jai. Yeah.
So
So,
one last thing,
Krishna,
Prabhu. Ek baar aur, Prabhu.
yeah,
So thank you for giving us credit, Prabhu. But we would not have been in this position if we would not have been associating with all of you. And I've told many times that we are product of Hare Krishna WECAN. And a lot of credit goes to you and Mataji for looking after me. Krishna Prabhu was little that time, but he was doing whatever he could. And later on, he's doing a lot of things. So you have personally done so much service, Prabhu. I cannot even repay that. So yeah, so I want to thank you for giving credit, but it would not have been possible without your support.
I humbly accept that, Prabhuji. Thank you very much. That is true. That is also truth. Hare Krishna. All goes to Srila Gurudev and Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. Okay, thank you very much. So now, Krishnadas, can you please share the screen when you're ready? Okay, Deepak ji, are you ready now, Deepak Prabhu?
Yes,
You can
Prabhu.
read, please. You can read the heading first and then start reading. Thank you very much.
We are spoiling our lives. Therefore, instead of being very anxious to stimulate our senses to increase material happiness, we should try to attain spiritual happiness by practicing Krishna consciousness. As Prahlad Maharaj says, although your life in this human body is temporary, it is very valuable. So instead of trying to increase your material sense enjoyment, your duty is to dovetail your activities in some way in Krishna consciousness.
Very nice. Just pause for a moment, please. Now, Deepak Prabhu, can you explain to me in your words, how did you what did you practically understand by this? Okay.
Prabhu, practically, like here it is mentioned that our material life, like this body is for temporary basis, like for 80 years, 70 years, we don't know what is the time. So instead of like wasting the time in like material things or sense gratification, we should do something for Krishna consciousness, like for spirituality.
Okay, very good. Very good. So, does this say, see, Prabhupada says first line, therefore, instead of being very anxious, underline that word, okay? Anxious for what? Very anxious for what? To stimulate our senses. To do what? To increase our material happiness. Okay. So, at this point in time, when we are in the beginners, material happiness is not going to go away. But the understanding here is that instead of being very anxious to stimulate, okay, understand this point. And Prabhupada says, Prahlad Maharaj says that although your life in this human body is temporary, it is very valuable. So this is why we should not be stimulating too much material sense enjoyment, because our life is very valuable. So what does it mean? So instead of trying to increase our material enjoyment, sense enjoyment, let us do our duty to dovetail our activities in some way in Krishna consciousness. You understand? See how very mercifully Srila Prabhupada writes this. In some way, not every way. So instead of overstimulating it, it is naturally going to come for us to enjoy the senses. So we must have some kind of control there by understanding what is the purpose of the body, human body. It's a very valuable life we have got. And that in some way we must dovetail our life to Krishna consciousness, in service of Krishna. And slowly what will happen is that the enjoyment that we experience in doing that will be the impetus to do more and more such service. You see? So slowly and steadily, this stimulation to engage in material happiness will reduce. So do not artificially reduce this. That is the point to be made. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, Prabhu.
Sure you understood it?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, explain to me please. I'm not very convinced. Tell
Yeah.
me in English or Hindi, whichever way, whichever language you are comfortable with. What we're trying to say.
Yeah. So as you said, like we have to slowly progress in this spiritual life. We don't have to force ourselves. If we slowly progress, we'll get some enjoyment, and that enjoyment automatically will increase, and we will like leave other things that are not that much necessary. Like as we have discussed, like startingly we don't force like anyone to give up on anything. You just chant, and by chanting slowly things goes away, like slowly the distraction goes away. We don't say ki leave onion garlic, then only you can join. You can join now, then slowly everything, your taste slowly goes away as you increase and progress in this.
Yes, that's right. That's right. Not only onion garlic, even eggs, non-vegetarian food,
Yeah,
man
everything.
eaters, all are allowed. All are allowed. That's correct. And sometimes in the good association, they push you to do fast also. So don't keep on the slow business. Okay? That's very important. If you like it, you must do it. That's something we must do. All right?
Yes, bro.
Very, very nice. Thank you. Oh, I see Divanshi Mataji joined us as well. I think she must be traveling, going back to her home. Hare Krishna. Okay.
Yes,
Very nice.
Prabhuji. Just landed in Delhi. I'm going back home now.
Jai Jai. All the best.
Hare
Hope you
Krishna.
had a good trip. Very nice. Very good. You're still in a jet lag from America. Okay. Okay. I think you're it's a bit weak, while you're traveling. That's fine. Good to see you. Good to have you. Okay, Deepakji, let's continue. Thank you very much.
Our higher intelligence comes with this human body because we have higher consciousness. We should try for the higher enjoyment in life, which is spiritual enjoyment. And how can that spiritual enjoyment be achieved? One should absorb himself in serving the Supreme Lord, who gives the pleasure of liberation. We should turn our attention to achieving the lotus feet of Krishna, who can give us liberation from this material world.
Okay.
But can't we enjoy in this life and engage ourselves in Krishna service in our next life? Prahlad Maharaj answers, we are now in material entanglement. Now I have this body, but I will quit this body after a few years and then have to accept another body. Once you take up one body and enjoy as your body's sense dictate, you prepare another body by such enjoyment, and you get another body as you want it. There is no guarantee that you will get a human body. That will depend on your work. If you work like a demigod, you will get a demigod's body. And if you work like a dog, you will get dog's body. At the time of death, your destiny is not in your hand. It is in the hand of nature. It is not our duty to speculate on what material body we are going to get next. At the present moment, let us simply understand that this human body is a great opportunity to develop our spiritual consciousness, our Krishna consciousness. Therefore, we should at once engage ourselves in Krishna service. Then we will make progress.
Very nice. So see here, we have had so many cases, not to put anybody down there, but just to let you know that even many Christians whom we know, they just don't want to die. They're dying, they're so scared. Please help me. I don't want to die. You see, this is what they say. So not all of them. I'm talking about what we have experienced there. I'm not to demean anybody. That's not our business to demean anyone or anything. So the thing is this, that even devotees of Krishna, they may still have some kind of attachment. They may also not want to die as such, but still we have seen there is a little bit of detachment there when the time comes, And if they are lucky enough, if the death drags a little, but some more time, they will eventually come to chanting of the holy names. And we have also heard from devotees that then their face also changes. They become very peaceful towards the end, very happy towards the end. So this is also what we have heard and experienced of devotees, you see. So why not give Krishna a chance? And we have got all the examples. Prahlad Maharaj is a historical case example. It's not a story, it's a historical story, it's a historical fact. Just like we read in history books, this is how this was constructed, this temple was constructed or fort was constructed. Similarly, in the Puran, means old, ancient, Puran means old, ancient history. We hear about Prahlad Maharaj and how he preached and he lived. But because he was so great, Prahlad Maharaj, the example for all humanity is so important that although he appeared so many millions of years ago, Krishna has made arrangement that in the Bhagavad Puran, Nrsimha Puran, etc., his information is vividly given and his instructions are vividly given. So after so many millions of years, when human beings hear about his pastimes, how he led life as a 5-year-old, how he made sure that Lord Nrsimhadev appears, and Lord Nrsimhadev protected him and protected him in a particular form, which was very unique. Never seen that form before. Now we have seen this form, but when he appeared, the form was not seen or heard of. See? So that's the reason why his pastimes are written in the ancient histories and ours not. So our perfection is by hearing that pastime, we think about them, learn from them, and change our lives according to those instructions. So this is very important. And this is how we will make progress, Prabhupada. Then we will make progress by engaging in Krishna's service. Okay? Any questions on what we discussed so far? Is it clear? For all of you, please. Anyone?
Sushi Mataji has a question, I think.
Yep. She raised her hand. Yes, please.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Prabhu, my question is why human birth has given special importance? Like you're in.
Yeah. Sorry, please continue. I thought you finished here.
So herein demigod's example is also given and dog's example is also given. But then a demigod can also, is it so that a demigod can also perform bhakti? Or only the human birth is so special that it can perform bhakti and go back to Godhead or perform bhakti voraciously? Can you please explain, Prabhuji?
Yes. Good question. Good question. Krishnadas, can you, when I'm discussing, just switch off the sharing, all those to show people's faces because that is on YouTube. Okay. Yes, thank you, Mother. So, you see, demigod body is actually far superior body to a human being's body. Okay. Even among human beings, as the age deteriorates, Sati Yuga, the body was different. They're very tall, strong. So also in Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, then Treta Yuga, and then Kali Yuga. You see? So in Kali Yuga, everything is small. The age is small, people die early, the bodily strength is less, the intellect is less, everything is less. There's contamination everywhere. Because knowingly, a human being himself is destroying the same air that he is breathing. Knowingly, just to earn money. Knowingly, a human being is destroying the water he is drinking. Who will do this? Who will do this? If you ask a small child, child will say, why does a human being do this when he knows he's going to die by doing this? But we are doing it with all our intelligence and education. We are doing this. Human being is corrupt person. They make money from their jobs. You see? Knowingly, they do these things. Because they say, I don't care about next life, whether I suffer or not. Obviously, they don't care. Because if they cared, in the first place, they will not pollute the air which they are breathing. They will not pollute the water which they are drinking. They won't pollute the vegetables which they are eating. You see? And mind which they have is corrupted. Now, demigods are far superior to human beings in many capacities. The most important capacity they are superior is their level of sex enjoyment and material enjoyment. Also, in the demigod world, the codes of the human body codes do not necessarily apply in the demigods place in their world. They've got different codes and ethics. Moral codes are different. The thing is this, they enjoy more than human body and they enjoy for a very long time as compared to human birth. Somebody is smoking. Smoking is coming in my room here. I have to switch off the 1 second. You see, the person knows the smoking is injurious to his health, but still he'll smoke. And he says, I'm very proud about smoking. It is foolishness only, no? This is how it is. So for the demigod, the enjoyment is very high and they can enjoy for a long time. Generally, demigods are all devotees of Krishna. And Krishna accepts them as a devotees. Okay? But because of this tendency for enjoyment is more, the tendency for suffering is little less. The balance is enjoyment is a bit more than suffering. Okay? In human birth, we have got this enjoyment and suffering in a sort of balance, but actually suffering is a little more than enjoyment. So what happens is this, that when we have this situation where suffering is a little bit more than enjoyment, we can think, we can be on a little rational thinking line, that, oh, I had suffering so much, let me be careful now. Generally, we don't even do that. But still, the chances are there that human can enjoy and suffer, and suffer a little more. Just like if you like to eat gulab jamuns, the sweet nectar and sweets, jamuns we call it in ISKCON, jamuns, nectar. So one you will have, two you will have, five you will have, 10 you will have, 20 you will have, then you have difficulty. After 20, you say no more. This is the point. You see. So next time you'll remember 20 was difficult. So I want to eat, I will have 10, So this thinking is there in human being, where he can balance it to say, and he can introspect whether I'm doing right or wrong. What is good for me or bad for me. See? So these things that suffering and enjoyment is near balance, but suffering is a little bit more than enjoyment. And this thinking capacity of introspection is a bit more because the pain is more. You see, as it is said that if you have experienced the pain, you will not want others to suffer the pain. You heard this saying? Just like if a poor person becomes very rich, he will ensure or she will ensure that poor people are helped. Like we had one case that we're doing Harinam in Auckland, New Zealand. And one lady, she was a teenager, she looked all right, but she had, in Western world, men and women, they leave the parents' home. She was living in the streets. She was in America, from America. and she was traveling to New Zealand, and she lived on the streets. She didn't have money. So when we were doing Harinam, with a whole doing Harinam, so we were distributing food and some sweet meats and all that, to everybody. So this lady came dancing with us, and when we gave her this, she went and gave it to those poor people sleeping there, waking up and giving to them, because they were her colleagues. She could understand their pain. You see, they could understand the pain of each other, but we could not understand the pain. Although we could have done it, but to waking up and giving to them was difficult. So human life will give you that introspection and knowledge and intelligence to use it wisely. Demigod life, enjoyment is more, very intelligent, but suffering is a little less. Naturally, they are inclined towards Krishna with enjoyment. Like it is said that the color that we can see cyan, magenta, yellow, they can minute, their eyes can see even more sharper than that. The eyes which we cannot see colors, for us it is just the black, they can see shades of black, shades of gray. All right. Similarly with sharp intelligence they have. And the animals don't have any of this. They've got forgetfulness. You give the dog will come for food to you, you shoo the dog goes away. After a few seconds, comes back again to you for food. He forgets. It's not that he's insisting upon it, that you give me food. He's not, he's forgetful. He's forgotten, he shooed me away. You see, this is animal. That's why the human life is very important. And in this human life, we can have balance of things. Yeah, but we should learn from what you have earned, learn from somebody else. You see, I'll just share one example to you. Please don't take it otherwise that we are showing something very great. Okay, just one example of this. Okay, so I went to buy some fruits, and while buying the fruits, I saw one man. He was either intoxicated, I was left home, unless his chappals were thrown around, and he was sleeping like this with the head down on the floor. Everybody moved around from him, not going close to him. I moved around, I saw, what to do? This guy would be eating or not. It was in summer heat, it was in the evening. So anyway, I went along doing my business, bought some fruits and all, and I asked a shop vendor, give me some banana, 5 rupees, 10 rupees banana, whatever it is, couple of bananas, I'll go and give to him, So who? So this guy's sleeping, I don't know who he is. Now this shopkeeper, young boy, he could understand the pain of that guy. He said, very easy. I said, he has it on the lane here, on the road. He said, oh, do one thing, sir. Don't give him this way. If you give him one fruit, 2 fruits, he eats and he's forgotten. I said, okay. So I'll suggest you something else. I said, okay. He said, instead of this, I know that these people don't drink water enough in this heat also. And they don't even ask for water in this because they don't have the capacity to ask for water. So please, it will not cost you too much. It costs you some $10, 10 rupees, 20 rupees to buy one water bottle, and give some biscuits, So water and biscuits is good enough for the person, and he can eat over a period of time. I said, you are very clever. Thank you very much. So I went, took my things, and I went to the shop there. I got 20 rupees worth of bottle, cold water, and 20 rupees where I got two 10 rupees glucose biscuits. And I went to him while going, he was still sleeping nicely. He was intoxicated. I don't know what he was. He was not in a state of mind. So I took the bottle and shook him. He woke up. He thought I'm trying to beat him up or something, I said, no. Take this, water, and take this and eat. He was very surprised. He said, no. I don't want to eat. He said something like this. I said, no. This is for you to eat. Eat. And then I left from there, So this is how that person knew better than me what to do, how to help also. And we can learn. And that girl knew better. She was in America, living in the streets also. And she was okay. She wasn't too poor, but artificially she was poor. We learn from that, you see. So this is human life. Animals don't understand, demigods don't understand. But human being can introspect, can feel the pain, because they feel the pain. I felt the pain. That shop vendor felt the pain. That girl felt the pain. Because pain is more than happiness. So and then happiness. And because of higher intelligence than than animals, we use it properly. How do we do this best? So that shopkeeper give me better idea. Don't give him one or two foods. Give them this. So it's good for filling of the stomach also, giving energy, and water helpful to him. This is the point. Is that okay?
Yes, Prabhuji, thank you so much.
Yes, very nice. Okay, anyone else wants to say anything on this point before we move on? Right. Okay, Krishna, thank you. Okay, Deepakji, can you please continue reading, please?
Yes, Prabhu. How long should we do it? As long as this body keeps working, we do not know when it will stop functioning. The great Saint Parikshit Maharaj got 7 days notice. Your body will fall in a week. But we do not know when our body will fall. Whenever we are on the road, there may suddenly be some accident. We should always be prepared. Death is always there. We should not optimistically think everyone is dying, but I shall live. Why will you live if everyone is dying? Your grandfather has died, your great grandfather has died, and other relatives of yours have died. Why should you live? You will also die, and your children will also die. Therefore, before death comes, as long as we have this human intelligence, let us engage in Krishna consciousness. This is the prescription of Prahlad Maharaj.
Jai. You see, that unfortunate big accident, the worst accident happened in India the day before yesterday. Yeah, a train accident. 3 trains collided, and over 238 people they passed away. 900 have suffered injuries. Must be more now. My information will be late. So they did not know the train was going to have an accident. Otherwise, they would have not gone in the train. They would not have boarded the train. They did not know. So anything can happen anytime to any one of us. So why don't we use it for Krishna service? That is the point. This is intelligence. That's what we can do. Hare Krishna. So good. Every point that we are raising, if you have any questions, don't wait for me to ask you any questions. If you have it, then raise. Yes, Partha. This is how it is. Then wonderful. We can save time. Yes, please.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible. We can see you as well.
Yes, Prabhu. Prabhu, my question was that we are talking about accidents and all of that, and we know from our past readings that this happens because of bad karma, karmic reactions, right? This happens because of that. So my question being, Prabhu, also we've read that that chanting and all of that counteracts not just good karma, but not just bad karma, but also good karma. So bad karma, Prabhu, I could understand that chanting counteracts that. But when I was thinking on this, that chanting also counteracts good karma. So, okay, so one point I understood was that, the going up and down the heavenly planetary system, that will not happen. But then the good things that were supposed to happen in our life, like getting a promotion in a job or, something, will that also get cancelled out because of our chanting?
Yeah, don't want it. All cancelled. All bad will happen. That's what it is. Remove the good karma, bad karma. It's like allopathic medicine, You are sick. Because some germs have gone in the body. You drink the medicine, destroy all the germs. Good germs, bad germs, I'll finish.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
this is how it is. This is how Krishna is. Finish it off. All promotion gone. You become poor. All sorrow will come on you. This is how it is. Is this what you are asking me?
No, yes, Prabhu, on these lines only, but I
Seriously,
wanted.
is this what you are asking me?
No, obviously Krishna, when Krishna comes in our life, then we know that Krishna's consort is the goddess of fortune herself. That we know, Prabhu. But then
No, we are not bringing Krishna in our life because of the goddess of fortune will come.
no. We are bringing
That is
Krishna.
wrong. Then Krishna will not come. He doesn't want me. He wants a goddess of fortune. He's super clever, He's young man, mischievous man also. Okay. Krishna doesn't walk straight. He never walks straight. He never stands straight. He never talks straight. He never sees straight. The gopis love him. All right. Okay. See, why we don't want good karmas also? Because to enjoy good karmas, you will have to take another birth. So it doesn't mean that your promotion will be negated, all those things. Because we are in the complete shelter of Krishna. Whatever he wants to do, he will do. We do the work, results are up to him. If we work that way, then he'll take charge. He said, this is very good. But if we work and say, I want this result, he said, this has become my boss. I don't want. We say, Krishna, I'm your servant, but I want this. Oh, what is this? Yeah, as a child, sometimes the child will insist to the father. So father will give, that's okay. Grandparents, that's okay. Fine. Okay, but generally speaking, when a child grows into a mature person, if you keep asking, Dad, I want this, that's it, man. You go and earn money now. Yeah. So we will get devotees get everything as per their good karma, bad karma, right? But devotees don't want any karmas. Full stop. That doesn't mean they don't suffer. They don't have suffering. They do not mean that they don't have physical difficulty, physical suffering, diseases. That doesn't mean they don't suffer catastrophic incidences. They do. Generally, Krishna avoids catastrophic incidences, but it happens sometimes. Prabhupada says you will avoid it. You will not experience catastrophic incidences. That's why Prabhupada says this. But that doesn't mean it is if our karmas are so bad, and suddenly we start to remember Krishna now because I want to save myself. That may not really work, He has to be convinced. Is it not so? If you are the boss, and if you have somebody who's so subordinate, he's cheating, misusing all the time, and one fine day he wakes up and says, "Boss, I've changed, man, now. So you'll give me everything?" No, he said, "Okay, I want to see how changed you are." So you will then lure him also. Let me put this 10 rupees next in front of him. He takes away or not, we'll see. He will give it back to you. Boss, 10 rupees. Okay, fine. You say, okay, next time you'll put 1,000 rupees. Then we'll see what do you want to do. This is how Krishna is. Common sense. It's not some, and I'm not speculating this. This is how it is. This is how he is. And don't think that you go in front of Krishna and say, Krishna, I love you. And Krishna says, come to me. You love me. He'll say, why you love me? If he asks this question, then what will you do? He also wants to see whether they're convinced or not. So when the gopis wanted to go to Krishna, he said, why have you come here? You should not come here, man. Your family is waiting for you. This is very bad for your reputation. And my reputation too. Is it wrong? He says, my reputation too. The king Kamsa will be harassing me now, because of you have come. Why have you come? Now he played the flute, calling them. They came running, leaving everything. But he said, why have you come, man? You understand this point? So gopis got upset, but they explained to him that we have lost everything. Now you cannot do this to us. Okay. But he could understand that when he knows the core of the heart, that's when he will be selling himself to you. But don't expect Krishna to sell himself to you. We are not in the business of buying Krishna. No, that is wrong. Okay. We are in the business of loving him. Full stop. Whether he loves us or not. So even when those in my bosses and all that, they know Hare Krishna and all that. So especially the Indian bosses, they're very jealous many times. The Western world, they're pretty jealous. So I tell them, listen, I apply to Krishna. Whether he replies or not, I don't know. I'm applying still. So they're very happy to hear this. Yes, the rascal has not got a reply. Very nice. They laugh, they're happy about this. Why should I tell them whether how much a reply I got or not got? I'm happy saying that I don't know whether I've got reply or not. But I'm applying. I'm happy in applying. That they don't understand to say that he's happy in applying. What does it mean? If you're not getting a response, how long will you apply? But there's happiness in applying also. That they don't understand. You see, this is the secret of bhakti. The results are, we are not, the material world, we think the results will give us happiness. In bhakti, the efforts give us happiness. And those who do not know, they say, all of us are mediocre devotees. No, we are not up, not down. How do they know? Because in our applying, we're happy. You see, this is the point. And this is a very high level of understanding that still we're applying and still we're happy. Ordinary people can't do. So obviously they are elevated, only they can do so, no? Yeah, so we should not be foolishly thinking that they are not high, not low. That is bogus thinking. Those people who don't have any understanding, they do these things. Okay? That's how it is. So they keep they're carrying any burden on their head, they're transferring the burden on your head because they don't want to do it, you know. You say, no, thank you, keep it on your head only. My head is okay, you know. Right. Okay, you got the answer there?
So, yes, Prabhu, thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Okay, please we'll take the conversation further. If anyone has any questions, just raise your hands, you know, and we can take it. Otherwise, we'll keep moving. Hare Krishna. We are now 3 minutes to go. We're nearly done. Okay. Right. Yes, Deepakji, please continue.
We do not know when this body will stop. So let us immediately engage in Krishna conscious and act accordingly. But if I immediately engage myself in Krishna consciousness, what about my means of livelihood? That
Very
is
important
arranged
question,
for.
practical, right? This practical question. Yes, let's continue.
I am very happy to inform you of the confidence of a student in one of our branches. There was a disagreement. Another student said, "You are not looking after how to maintain the establishment." And he replied, "Oh, Krishna will supply." This is a very nice conviction. I was glad to hear it. If cats and dogs and hogs can get food, will Krishna not arrange for our food also? If we are Krishna conscious and fully devote our service to him, is Krishna ungrateful? No. In the Bhagavad Gita, the Lord says,
Just one second. Just hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, just continue this paragraph.
Soumya Mataji is raising a hand. She has
Yes,
a
I
question.
know, I know. Yes, I know. Just finish this paragraph and we can go to that.
In the Bhagavad Gita, the Lord says, "My dear Arjun, I am equal to everyone. No one is the object of my envy, and no one is my special friend. But I give special attention to one who engages in Krishna consciousness. A small child is completely dependent on the mercy of his parents. So the parents give special attention to that child. Although the parents are equally good to all the children, for the small children who are always crying, mother, they have greater concern. Yes, my dear child, yes, this is natural."
Okay, just pause now. Okay, right. So on this two paragraph, since Mataji has a question. So yes, mother, you want to say something?
Yes, Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Prabhuji, my question is in context to the last paragraph, last discussion that we were having. So, Prabhuji, what I wanted to ask is that if we have done something wrong, and if we are very guilty for having done something wrong or something bad that we've done, if we are guilty for that, then even if, in spite of being guilty for it, will we face the bad karma for the action or not? Like, how would that work?
Well, if I kill your cat and I feel guilty about it, do you think that I should not be punished for my cat killing?
No, Prabhuji, the punishment should still be there.
That's right. I feel guilty about it. I've been sorrowful. That's right. Unfortunate the case. What happens is that bhakti in bhakti, with our chanting, we intensify it even more. So like for example, Tulsi Seva, worshipping of Tulsi, we discussed about that when you had come. Now, just by worshipping Tulsi, circumambulating Tulsi, taking care of it, all the sins that are committed can be destroyed. Even the sin of killing a Brahman. We worship that. We say that. We sing that. Because Brahman killing is a topmost killing, very worse killing. Killing of the women is even worse than Brahman. See, all of you are so privileged. But still, um, uh, in bhakti, it can be mitigated. But we don't do bhakti for that. Yes, when we've done something very bad, very wrong, we can perform bhakti with the intention to please help me. And Krishna, if he wishes to, very kindly, for all the devotees, he lessens the impact. Impact will come, but he lessens it. So that we don't carry it forward to the next life. In this life only we finish. The main concern for a devotee should be, this life should be the last life, over and out, full stop. Is this okay?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Explain to me this answer, what you understood from this. To my
Sorry,
satisfaction.
sorry, Prabhuji, what did you say?
Can you please explain in your own words what you understood for my satisfaction?
Yes, Prabhuji. Prabhuji,
Thank you.
that in spite of feeling guilty for something, the action has still been committed. So I will be facing the karma for it. But at the same time, you explained by doing Tulsi Puja also, by doing that, a lot of the sins are counteracted. So in that way, we can always pray to Krishna, and we can continue doing by doing bhakti. Whatever reactions that we are going to get, it is up to Krishna whether he desires it to do so or not. But up to him it depends, and he would most like he could, if he wishes to, he could soften the blow. The big impact that you are going to have, it could be softened, so that these things are not carried forward to the next life, and it is done within this life itself.
Yes, very good. And just this point that um, Tulsi, worshipping Tulsi Mata is part of devotional service. We don't do anything special for it.
Mm.
Because Krishna loves be loved. Krishna likes to be liked. Simple as that. So, and remember one thing, we are not alone. It's not that here is me, there is Krishna, Krishna help me. No, we have the parampara. So everybody petitions to Krishna. Parampara comes from those who are giving initiation, Diksha Guru, and those who are giving Shiksha, the Shiksha Guru. Do you understand this point? So everybody petitions, Krishna please help, Krishna please help, Krishna please help. So someone bhakti is better, Krishna will listen. Remember this, Krishna is takes care of his devotees right. He takes care of his devotees. But his devotees means those devotees who are absolutely devoted to his devotees. They are more dear to him than his devotees who are dear to him. You understand this point?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So that's the reason why parampara is important. That's the reason why we don't jump from here to up. We're appreciative of those who are our seniors. We're appreciative about what service they do. But at every stage, they pray for you. And one day, you will pray for somebody else because somebody else is already praying for you. And as your team increases, you spend more time in praying. And here you're hungry for your breakfast and you're still praying to Krishna. And this happened. That's how it happened. But this is how it is. So if you are fasting because you're praying for your people under you, that is your service. It's a bhakti. You understand?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah. So this point, don't forget. This is that I'm here, there is God, is gross Kali Yuga materialistic thinking. The dependence, the shelter that we experience, to be sheltered, is every living being's great treasure. And that is the reason why we have got a women's liberation problem in this world today. They say, why does women need shelter? Women can be alone. Of course you can be alone. Go alone. Who's stopping you, I like to be sheltered. What I explained to you in your answer to say that if a person commits some sinful reaction, some action, will give you some bad reaction, would you like to remain alone and pray to Krishna? Or would you like this help coming from all these people who are giving you shelter? Tell me.
Prabhuji, I would like the help.
Yeah. And that is the meaning of giving shelter and accepting shelter. In the same way, for a lady who is getting shelter from the father, husband, uncle, auntie, or society, or any senior, what is wrong? Is it wrong? Tell me.
No, Prabhuji, it is not wrong.
That's it. So when you are praying to Krishna that I've got this, I've made this problem, I've created a problem, it's a mess for me. I'm doing my bit to quietly doing my chanting and bhakti and all those, Your seniors, unknowing to you, are already praying for you, unknowing to you. And their seniors, unknowing to their seniors, are already praying for all of them, all of you. And their seniors praying for all of them, unknowingly, all of them. This is how it works. This is called disciplic succession. And that is the reason why Krishna is very, very particular of those who do this to encourage others in performing their bhakti. They suddenly become very close to Krishna's heart, knowingly or unknowingly. Although devotees don't think I'm close to Krishna's heart. But whom Krishna keeps in his heart, only he knows, So this is the reason why all of us are feeling sheltered. Because everyone is praying for each other and for the people who are dependent upon them. The sinners are praying for each other and depend upon them. Their sinners are praying for each other and depend upon them. Not that because they are very great, because they are servants, they are praying. This is the point. The Prabhupada says we are servants. How can I be of service to you? Very simple, very lovingly, no complications. Chant Hare Krishna and be happy. This is okay? You got the answer, Mother?
Yes, Prabhuji.
All right. So now, even with this point that without working, we are not going to earn food. That's the last point what we discussed, what we read from Srila Prabhupada's Transcendental Purport there. It doesn't mean we stop working. Srila Prabhupada said this. But at the same time, Srila Prabhupada said, if you don't want to go to work, I will write these books, Prabhupada said, back to Godhead. And you sell the books. We'll print it for $2. You distribute it for $4. $2 is a pocket. It's a profit. So that's how devotees would distribute back to Godhead in books everywhere in the world, on the streets. They would make money, temples were working. The devotees also had money to have their things, They would give everything to temple. They would do so. This is how all our activities are Krishnaized. Now you may not sell the books, but there's a chance you can preach. At the same time, you convert your home into temple. So everything you earn, you buy vegetables, fruits, groceries, clothes. Everything goes to Krishna first. So he's the boss. So your home becomes a temple. And if he wants that his food should come properly, then he'll ensure that your income comes properly. You see, he's a young man. He is hungry all the time. But if he feels that, man, this guy is not, giving me proper food, So as long as you're feeding him nicely, everything that comes to you, even your jeans when it comes, I'm sorry, Krishna, these jeans, please help me so I can use it for my use for preaching purposes. I can go out, I can use it for my job or business and all. He'll bless it. No problem. My food should come in time. My bhoga should be in time. You see? So this is how Krishna consciousness works. This is very practical. It's not complicated. We complicate it because we are complicated people. We are greedy people. We want everything which we don't want to earn, want to grab it. Some freebie is given and we want to grow. Our line will go for greedy, free food or free money. Or we want to, why do you want free money? You tell me why. Krishna has given you 2 hands, 2 legs, some intelligence, 2 eyes. You can speak and earn your money, man. Why do you want free money? Someone else's karma, you are taking by getting money from other people. You understand this point? No, you don't understand. See, in New Zealand and all, also, government gives free money to people, right? And there are generations of people dependent upon government's free aid. They're not helping anybody. My suggestion is that as far as possible, you earn your livelihood. Of course, if you can't, if some difficulty is there, then you can get no problem. But you are again dependent upon someone else's taxes. That person may be a greedy guy, non-greedy guy. They must be a killer, murderer, businessman, cheater. You are taking their money, man. So you purify everything. That's the reason why it's very important that your income should be very clean. If the income is not clean, it is going to bite you one day or the other. Please, you all are very young people. Your life is in front of you. Just do this and you'll be very happy. Otherwise, your health will be destroyed. Okay? All right? We finish the discussion today with this now? All right. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. So we